Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Hannah. I'm a flight attendant for a major US airline and I take you guys along on my trips. So today we are starting a 3-day. It is a 2-2-1. Today we go Charlotte to Dallas and then Dallas to Pittsburgh, which I just got a notification that our flight to Dallas this morning is delayed by 30 minutes. It looks like our inbound plane is coming in on time, but not on time for us to leave on time, is what I am guessing, even though it's still gonna get in. We're supposed to leave at 7:13 this morning, and the plane is getting in at 6:35. So yeah, that's true. We probably wouldn't be able to, because they have to deplane everybody, clean it, and then board. So that's probably true. We'll probably be delayed by at least 30 minutes. So yeah, that's a bummer. Not a good way to start the trip, but hopefully everything else goes smoothly. We do have a little bit of time in Dallas, not like a real sit, I wouldn't call it. I think we have an hour and 40 minutes. So when you're in Dallas and you're changing terminals to go to different gates, an hour 40 goes by real quick. So yeah, not a bad day one. I'm pretty tired. I didn't get very good sleep last night. I think I slept for like 5 hours, and then my alarm went off at 3 this morning. It was weird. Like, I woke up with a ton of energy, but as I started driving on the road, I started to get real tired. So hopefully today goes by quickly, or I get a second wind of energy somewhere. But let me get my stuff together so we can catch the bus and get signed in for this trip. The deplaning and cleaning process went really quickly on our inbound flight, so we ended up only leaving 10 minutes late and were able to make up time. So we got in on time to Dallas. That flight time was 2:25 en route. We had a manager bring us some leftover holiday cookies, so that was sweet, even though none of us wanted them, so we ended up giving them to our unaccompanied minor that we had on board. From there, we made our way to Pittsburgh. That flight time was 2:15 en route. We've had people put little things in the circles to make eyes on these masks. It's always fun when you get one on the plane. And then we made it to Pittsburgh. Look at their Christmas decorations. We just got to the hotel. It is 3:45 and our van tomorrow is at 4:35, which means that my alarm is going to be going off within 12 hours from now, which is nuts. Short layover tonight, and the weird thing is that they put us in a hotel downtown. So the drive to the hotel was like 20 minutes. So we're gonna have to be getting up early for that van because we're all the way downtown, even though our layover was only scheduled at 14 hours. And typically they won't put you that far away from the airport unless it's like a 16+ hour layover. So I'm kind of confused why we came all the way out here for this short little itty bitty layover. But yeah, we're already under the 12-hour mark, and I like to try to get into the bed on these early morning days with at least 8 hours, because I typically can't sleep that good when I go to bed super early. So if I'm at least like resting my body within 8 hours, then I'm typically okay. So we have like maybe 3.5 hours till I need to be getting in the bed. So I'm going to try out my Hot Logic for the first time this year. I am excited about it, but I have heard that it takes forever to heat up your food. So I'm going to plug it in, pop my food in there, and then go to the gym and shower. And then maybe after all that time, it will be warm. I can eat my dinner and then call it a night, hopefully. But let's get this plugged in. Let me change into my gym clothes while I'm motivated. Let's go get a workout in. And that's really probably all we're gonna be doing on this layover, because it is way too cold outside for me to be walking around. There's also not really anything I wanna go walk around and do. So, and since our layover is so short, yeah, we're just not gonna do that today. So yeah, let me get this plugged in and see how it works. It's always a win when the hotel gym is nice and big. Like this one, I did a couple of the machines and then got on the elliptical for 30 minutes and then found out that they had a sauna in the locker room. So I was super excited about that because I am literally obsessed with saunas. Look at me, just like in my happy place. Loved it. I just got back to my room and I checked my food and it is warm. So that's good. Like, it's like ready to eat warm, not just like barely warm. So it was probably in there for about like an hour and a half. But most things I saw online said typically like an hour is good for reheating. That's probably about how long it'll take, but I'm gonna leave it in here while I take a shower and then I'm gonna eat that. But this is so exciting that I have this option now for meals. I love that. So easy, because otherwise I would have had to go back downstairs to heat up my food. So how convenient is this? And supposedly this doesn't overheat your food. It just keeps it the nice warm temperature. So even if I had gone out for a couple hours and done something, supposedly, obviously I can't 100% confirm this because I have never used this before today, but it's supposed to only like keep it this warm temperature and not overheat it or burn anything. So we love that. But let me go get in the shower real quick and then I will enjoy this nice warm meal. For dinners, I brought leftover pot roast and mashed potatoes, and I had some broccoli salad left over as well. So I ate that while I watched an episode of The Marvelous Miss Maisel, and then I did my devotion before I went to bed. I just started a new study going through Genesis, and then I also am doing one through Matthew. It's just basically a verse or a couple verses a day, and it's so easy and quick, and I love it. Good morning. It is day 2. It is almost 4:35, which was our van time, but our flight that was supposed to leave at 6:05 has been delayed until 10 a.m. because we don't have a captain. So I'm not sure what happened to our original captain. I guess they pulled him to do something else. And since Pittsburgh is not a base for us, we are having to get a captain flown in from Charlotte to work our flight from Pittsburgh to Dallas this morning. So we get 4 extra hours at the hotel before we go on to Dallas today. So I guess I'm gonna lay back down for a little bit. I'm not gonna lay down for the whole 4 hours because now our layover that was 14 hours is going to be 10 hours. So anything I need to get done, like my devotion and that kind of thing, I need to do before we leave the hotel today, because I'm definitely not gonna be able to do that once we get to our hotel tonight. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna lay back down for maybe like an hour and then get up, have my coffee, do my devotion, and kind of get my day started then. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed because we didn't have a long layover tonight, but we were going to West Palm Beach, Florida. So I was hoping to lay out in the sun for a little bit, but now we're not even gonna get in till like 6:30. So never mind. But yeah, let me, I guess, lay down for a little bit. I wouldn't have gotten all the way ready, but I was already mid done with my makeup when I got the call that we were delayed. So yeah, we love that. But yeah, let me lay down for a little bit longer and then we'll get some stuff done before we go catch our nude van, which is scheduled at 8:35. When I got up at 3:30 this morning, I was fine, y'all. I felt good. I'd gotten my 8 hours of sleep. I literally was in the bed and asleep by 7:30 last night, which was incredible. And then I laid down and now I'm like groggy and sleepy. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stayed up once I was up this morning, but hopefully my coffee will give me some energy this morning. I also have a bagel in my Hot Logic. I'm curious to see how it will do in there. It's 7:15 right now. I put it in there probably like 5 minutes ago. So I'm gonna check it. And I'm not gonna leave it in there past 8 because I don't want the Hot Logic to be hot in my bag. So I'm gonna unplug it by 8. If it's hot, cool. If not, then I'll just eat it as it is. But while I wait for that to heat, I'm gonna do my devotion, which, by the way, breaking down the books of the Bible, like doing like a verse or just a couple verses a day, has been so beneficial already. Like, I'm so excited to read every single day because I'm learning literally so much. So would highly recommend if you guys are looking for any kind of Bible plan. Basically what I did was just on the Bible app, which is free, I went on there and typed in Genesis, and I found literally the longest plan available that they had for Genesis to like really break it down. And so yeah, I would recommend it. It's been really helpful, and it's only been 4 days, and I'm excited to read the Bible every single day. But anyways, let me do that. Hopefully my bagel will be warm and I can eat that, and then we'll go try to catch this van round 2. I left my bagel in the Hot Logic for about 30 minutes and it came out warm and toasted, which I was surprised by. I thought it would just be warm. So that was a nice little surprise. But here is the uniform for those of you guys who like to see it all put together. I was so surprised by all the Christmas still left in Pittsburgh, because when I signed in for my trip, there was nothing no sign of Christmas in the Charlotte airport. Anyways, we were on the 319 for our first 2 days. I was the position 3, so my jump seat was in the middle of the cabin at the second set of doors that you walk past. Since we were 4 hours delayed, our flight got really, really light. Everyone rebooked on other flights to make connections. So we were real light going to Dallas. That flight time was 2:54 en route, and because we were so light, once we finished the service, we really had nothing left to do. We just chilled. I read my book, made it to Dallas. They still had a little bit of Christmas up as well. And then we were originally supposed to work the flight to Palm Beach, but since we got delayed, we had to deadhead on a later one. So that flight time was 2:14. Ended up watching a lot of episodes of Marvelous Miss Maisel next to my window seat, which are my favorite. I always think it's so cool to fly into cities when it's nighttime and everything's lit up. I think it's so pretty. This room is all big, so we got, oh gosh, lots of extra compartments to double check that, oh, that's just a double check that nobody is hiding. Don't you love that I didn't even cut the lights on? Just, oh, that didn't work. I tried to cut that light on. It's probably really frightening if somebody's in here and it's dark. Can't even see. Don't think there's anybody in here. Where are the lights? This light switch didn't work, so I must have to turn on a light over here, maybe? Let's see. No. No, none of my lights are working. Okay, there we go. Where are the lights? Maybe it just takes a second. Maybe if I cut them on. Just takes it. Oh, there's no light, y'all. I don't even know what I'm trying to switch right now. I'm dumb. I am just being a little dummy. There we go. There we go. I have a view of the pool that I was hoping to lay out by earlier today, but I guess it just wasn't supposed to happen. Wasn't supposed to get that January tan. But anyways, we just got to the hotel. It is 7:20. Our van tomorrow is another early one, 4:45. So my alarm's gonna be going off at 3:45. So even though our layover was 10 hours, that just means 10 hours from when we land to when we have to leave the next morning. So it usually means about 8 hours behind the door, which is what we call when we like get to the hotel room, which if you have to shower and eat and all that stuff, it probably means like 5-6 hours of sleep, which I do need to eat. Luckily, there is a microwave in the room, so I don't have to wait for my Hot Logic to warm up my food. So I'm gonna throw that into the microwave and then wash my face, get in the bed, and try to get as much sleep as possible. The good thing is tomorrow is a super easy day. I should knock on wood, since so far none of our days have gone like they were supposed to, but it's only one leg to Charlotte. It'll be super quick. We're done, if everything goes smoothly, by 8:15 in the morning, which will be super nice. So hopefully things go smoothly, so it won't matter if I get the best sleep ever, because it'll be an easy day. So let me warm up this food so that I can get in the bed and be rested for our one little leg tomorrow. We switched to a 737 for our last leg of the trip. I was literally running out of the hotel to catch the van because I lost track of time. So that is why that's the first video that you guys just saw for day 3. But anyways, we had our flight back to Charlotte. It was 1 hour, 32 minutes en route, and all that weather caused lots of bumps. So we were unable to bring our main cabin beverage cart out to do a service. It's not even 8:30 and we are done for the day. Thank goodness, because the weather here is really not that great today. So who knows if we had an extra turn to do, which we refer to as victory lap. So if you ever hear me say they added a victory lap to the end, then that just means once you fly into your base and then they make you do a turn before you're done with your trip. That's what we call a victory lap. So thank goodness they didn't add that, because there's no telling what time we would get back from that, because I have a feeling this is going to cause lots of not fun delays today. And the weather was just everywhere you guys saw in that picture of our flight route. But I have finished my first trip of the new year. As of right now, I am off for the week. I won't go back to flying until Sunday, next Sunday. Today is Saturday, so not tomorrow, but next Sunday. And I've been looking, though, to pick up a trip for either Wednesday or Thursday. I want to try to pick up an international trip, but we have two types of systems where you can drop your trips. We have what we call TTS, which is our trip trade system, and we have ETB, which is our electronic trade board. ETB is first come, first serve. TTS is all based on seniority. And so far, all the international trips other than London have been dropping on TTS, and I'm not senior enough to pick them up. I've been getting beat out by people senior to me to pick up those trips. There's been a Frankfurt, a Munich, a Madrid, and I'm not getting any of them because I'm still a little bit too junior to be able to get them on TTS. So unless it's the day of, then I can pick it up that way. But I wanted to hold off on picking up a London to see if I could get somewhere that I'd never been before first. So we'll see if I end up getting one of those trips or not. I might end up having to just wait and pick up one the day of, which I'm typically really bad about actually staying motivated to do a trip when it's the day of, but we'll see what happens with that. But anyways, I think that's it for this video. As always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!